Hello, do you have any tips on who's about to step into the Korba world within 2.5 years if I straight pass my R card from now? I have no idea how the Korba world is gonna look like 2.5 years later, because the thing is, right, I think the industry changes quite fast. Like for example, when my batch graduated, right? When my batch graduated from uni, the software engineers were fucked. Like com science, software engineer, they had a massive tech layoff, and a lot of people lost their jobs. And that was, I think, 2 years ago. I think nowadays the job market has already shifted. And I'm really not too sure how is it gonna be like 2.5 years from now. But I think like just general tips in the corp. Actually, you know what? You just need one tip. You just need one tip in core bubble. One tip. You have no friends. You have no friends in the core bubble, right? They are your colleagues. They are your colleagues. None of them are your friend. No one's your friend, okay? Because, you know, gacha politics, streamer politics, you know, streamer drama, it is a very real thing in Korba as well. It's not like it doesn't exist, right? People will just do whatever they want to do to get the opportunity to go for the promotion, get a better appraisal. Because, for example, right, at least in Singapore, from what I'm aware, companies have this kind of like end of year bonuses, and it is highly dependent on like your appraisal provided to you by your superiors, right? And then if you have like, for example, I think it was like outstanding performance or like exceeded expectations, then you meet expectations, or like you didn't meet expectations, right? Yeah, so that will literally affect this bonus. And this bonus is actually like a pretty decent amount of money. I think it can sometimes go up to like half a year or even like 1 year of your entire annual salary. So it's a very big portion. And that's just for like that one performance bonus, right? And then we're not even talking about like promotions, who gets to work with you, you know, the actual synergy within the teams, and you know whether you have a favorable look by your boss, does your boss like you, all that kind of stuff. You know, I feel like people will do whatever it takes to help them climb, because the reality is, I think a lot of, at least from what I've been seeing, very little people in Korba. I'm speaking this purely from like a Singaporean's perspective. I don't know how is it like outside, but like very few people actually stick in the company for like a lot of years. So they will want to like zero cycle, sort of. They want to zero cycle like the first 1 or 2 years, get like a super good job review or like a performance, and then use this opportunity to pivot and jump into the next industry or the next company. And then usually when you repeat this, the pay rise is always higher than staying in the same company. So because of that, people will have no issues like just doing whatever it takes, just to get that the progression on the rat race, right? That's why they call it the rat race. So, yep, that's the only tip I feel like you will probably ever need. Nobody's your friend.